Dirk, what's your take on a transition coming off the bench?
Yeah, I think that's something we will talk about or get to it when we get to that point. But you know, I spent most of my time playing the 5 position the last couple of years because of, you know, movement issues, we call it. You know, as we know, the 4s in this league now are all quick, mobile, can all shoot. So I spent most of my time playing the 5, and when we signed DeAndre, it was pretty much clear in my head that I'm going to come off the bench. But you know, as we have one of the best coaching staff in the league, they're going to look at a million different things, what every lineup needs and what lineup works together, and it's all about winning at the end of the day. Whatever puts us in the best position to win is what we're going to roll with. And Coach Carl has obviously shown that over his time here, that he's willing to try anything. And so if that's the case, and I'm coming off the bench, and better keep a bike ready and a few massage therapists in the back, and I'll be ready to go.
Have you actually thought about how that would change your pregame routine? I know you've said that you like.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be a little different, but you know, I'm 40 years old. I mean, I think I can adjust to pretty much anything, and with my experience. And you know, when you come off the bench, you usually don't have the luxury of easing into the game. You know, you got to be on right away, which is never really my thing. It was always kind of a slow starter, but you know, I'll have an extra coffee or something and come off firing.
What advice have you given Luka Doncic in his transition from Europe to here?
Well, not much. You know, he's kind of been doing his own thing. He hasn't been here that long, so I'm sure we're going to spend a lot more time together as we start going here. It's just seeing him at the gym, joking around with him, but I'm sure we'll go to dinner at some point or some time on the road somewhere and just talk about some stuff that he can expect. But at the end of the day, you got to go and make your own experiences. You got to go through some stuff to learn. You got to play through some mistakes. But I feel like his transition should be a lot smoother than mine back in the days. You know, his English is better. He plays with the savviness that I never had. I might still not have it. Honestly, the way he carries himself in those scrimmages, he brings the ball up, the way he reads situation, pick and rolls, passes. He's fantastic. His court vision is something I haven't seen in young guys like that probably forever. So I think he'll be fine. I mean, obviously the most difficult thing is going to be the speed of the game, the athleticism on the wing and the guard. The rim protection, you know, the centers or shot blockers at the rim, they're not really there in Europe as much. So I think those are some of the things that he needs to adjust to, but I think he'll be fine.
Where are you right now in your rehab process, and how are you feeling?
Yeah, so I was actually right on schedule. You know, we took it extremely slow because there was really nothing this summer that I had to be ready for. So started off slow and ramped it up a little bit there, and end of July, August, started running, cutting. I had a little minor setback here last week. I played a little bit, and now my tendons are a little sore in my ankles, so I actually haven't done much since started last week. But you know, hopefully working my way back into playing here soon. And but you know, I think it's a process. You know, I've been in close contact with Vince, who obviously I played with, and he's been through the same thing. I think he had ankle surgery 2 or 3 summers ago, and he kind of walked me through some of the stuff I need to expect and some of the stuff I need to adjust to. And so he's helped me out a little bit, but I'm hoping to be out there and play soon.
Dirk, how do you welcome DeAndre to the team and make him feel comfortable after what happened 3 years ago?
I think that's behind us. I don't think anybody is holding a grudge on that. We're happy to have him. He fits in well. I'm sure you guys see it. He's got a crazy personality. He's fun to be around. He enjoys life, and he'll be a great addition to our team. Also, that's off the court. I think on the court he's going to fit in great. You know, some of the defensive stuff he's going to wipe out. He's one of the best rim protectors and one of the best lob threats we have in this game. And you know, Coach Carlat's system, I think he's going to be thrive in. So we look forward to hopefully him having a good year and helping us win a lot of games.
You see any comparison between him and Tyson?
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely has long rim protection. He can run. You know, lob threat. It's definitely some of these things are there.
When you first got here, your transition was kind of helped out by having another young player, Steve Nash, with you to help you kind of adjust. Do you think that Luka having Dennis Smith will help him kind of adjust and grow into the league?
Yeah, I'm sure they've already talked a bunch and they clicked already over PlayStation. I'm sure they have some nice battles there. So you know, it's important to have guys and friends that help you through stuff. I mean, it's going to be a long year. It's going to be some ups and downs, and it's important to have guys and friends to go through it. And you know, if there's anything I can help with, I'm more than happy to.
So the follow-up question is, do you play Fortnite and PlayStation?
You know, I'm too old for that. My kids are fortunately a little too young for it, so we're not in that phase yet, which is great.
What's it like for you now, after so many years of being the man? Now you're kind of watching this franchise evolve into something else, whatever it becomes. What's that experience like going through it?
Well, you know, to me, it was always about winning and keeping this a winning franchise. So ever since the championship, we had a few rough seasons, snuck in the playoffs a couple times, missed the playoffs. So it's been tough. It's been tough to be a part of it at times. But you know, hopefully we're heading in the right direction again with the draft pick, with the signings that we did, with some of the young guys that are incredible hard workers, and so hopefully we're having a better year than we did the last two. And hopefully we can start better, get some confidence going early, get those young guys playing well, and then hopefully have a good season then. But as we know, the West is stacked. There'll be a lot of teams fighting for those 8 spots, and hopefully we'll one of them.
What are the factors that you're going to look at when the year ends as to if you're going to come back for a 22nd season or not?
I'm not really worried about that right now. Worried about getting ready for this season, and you know, I always try to play efficient, play effective game when I'm out there, and help the guys spread the floor and use my experience, and just hopefully enjoy playing still, and we'll go from there. I'll kind of approach it like there's no tomorrow, and leave it all out there. If I feel good, and you know, last year almost played 80 games. If that's the case again, and there's no injuries, and we can talk about it again. But I won't make that decision until probably next time.
Dirk, you won a championship. You've been the MVP. Is there anything else you'd like to accomplish?
You know, usually during the All-Star game, I always wanted to win the slam dunk contest. And the skills challenge. Since I was an all-around player, those are the 3 things I always wanted to do in 1 year, but I never pulled it off.
Dirk, what's your
Sorry?
Not defensive player of the year?
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Dirk, what's your takeaway of the internal investigation?
Well, I think you try to see it positive. You try to see that something good came out of all this. You know, like I said in February, I think you go through the emotions of being disappointed and sad and mad that all this stuff was happening in your franchise. And now I think with Mark making obviously the donations, and the investigation is over, and we can move forward. And I think we changed the culture already in the front office with Sint, and she's going to be great for us for a long, long time. So I think our job now is to focus on basketball and hopefully have a great year, and let the front office people you know, take care of what they need to do, and hopefully have a great working environment for everyone and an open door for everyone and make sure everybody can succeed at their job.
Dirk, serving as a mentor for younger players now, I've watched you over the years get hacked, fouled. You always seem to maintain your cool. You beat them quite a bit. Every now and then you get upset. How do you transfer that mentality into young players on maintaining their cool? Because one ejection might cost them a game.
Yeah, well, that's hard sometimes, you know. I'm usually a guy that's really laid back off the floor. On the floor, I can get fired up at times. But, you know, you just try to, you know, have a dialogue with the referees or wherever the case may be and try to, you know, control your emotions as best as you can. I'm sure there's a few outbursts here and there, but we still try to focus on the next play. You know, you can't mope too long. You can't complain too long because our sport is one of the fastest sports in the world. I mean, if you think you got fouled or something happened, you got to turn right back around and pick up the slack or go up to the referee at a loose ball situation and go, hey, I saw this and this, but you know, it's emotions are a part of the game, but you also got to learn to let them go at times and keep going and keep plugging.
Dirk, what has been your early impressions of Dennis and Luka in some of the runs or scrimmages?
Well, I haven't been around that much. I've watched them a little bit, and then I played last week a little bit, but I think they should be a great combo together. Get Dennis handling some, push the ball in the break, get in the lane, make some stuff happen for us. Luka's been coming back and getting the ball, bringing it up. He's great, also great in pick and roll situations, making plays. If Luka brings the ball up, they can get Dennis on the wing and he can pass ahead and then Dennis can attack. So I don't see a reason why they shouldn't be great together. But you know, it's they're two young guys. They got to work out some stuff and get better and play together, play through some mistakes together. But I think sky's the limit for that backcourt, hopefully for a long, long time.
Dirk, how did it feel being up in Springfield, seeing your buddies Jay Kidd and Steve Nash getting the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, it was a great weekend. Great weekend. I've never been to the Hall of Fame, so that was already special by itself. Got a tour of it, and you know, all those names you saw. I met a bunch of Hall of Famers while I was there, so that was fantastic. And then seeing two of my buddies, two of my closest teammates that I ever had go in together was awesome. It was a great experience. I haven't seen some of Jay Kidd's family in a while. I haven't seen some of Steve's people in maybe 15 years, some of his friends. And, so I really, really enjoyed my time there, and I told him I was proud of them and proud of their careers and the men they've become on and off the floor. So that was a fantastic experience.
Speaking of Hall of Fame, this is your. Speaking of Hall of Fame, it's a foregone conclusion that you are first ballot Hall of Famer. If in fact this is your last season, how would you like your legacy to be?
Good question. I'm not sure. I guess the guy that loved to play, loved this profession, a guy that always tried to go to work, make the best out of the abilities he was given, and always try to be here for his franchise, for the community. So I guess that's about it.
John Marion is eligible for the Hall of Fame next year. What did he provide your team during the title year in 2011? Do you feel like he'll get in next season?
Well, he's probably one of the greatest all-around players this game has ever seen from the standpoint of rebounding, scoring, defense. I think he was great in all these areas. And he had amazing years there in Phoenix when he was basically averaging double-doubles. And for us, his leadership, his defense, his rebounding helped us get over the top, you know. So yeah, he's definitely got my vote if I had one.
From your point of view, was the DeAndre thing behind you even before you signed with you guys?
Yeah, I think to me it was over that summer. You know, it's the only weird time was when we played him here for the first time, and it was really fresh in everyone's memory. And he got booed every time he touched the ball. But other than that, when he came back the second time, that was already almost over. So been over that a long, long time ago. People make decisions. We talked about it briefly, and it wasn't only about basketball. He made some other decisions there that was best for him. And so we're in no position to judge anybody. You know, everybody has to, in a free agent situation, make a move or make a decision that's best for himself first. And that's what he did. So I moved on a long, long time ago.
Thank you guys, thank you.
Thank you.
We have Harrison coming up.